Life I keep smiling. Used to play one dance every time the sun.
Hey, listen. Hey, there's many a times, yeah, when I was in Aiya Napa where shit got litty. I'm telling you, right? There's one time I was over there and we went out there with the agency at the time.
Right.
And it's crazy that Kano's talking about Gas Club. We were in Gas Club. DWE's there. Kano's there. Pay As You Go. Bear Man are in there because we're all over there. Anyway, I'm on stage, yeah. I've got the mic, busting up the place. Right? So this Greek brother walks over, starts walking from the bar over to me. And I think it was Teeks. Shout out to Teeks. I think Teeks just must have said to me, bro, you know that's Costas walking over towards you. I was like, for fuck's sake, bruv. Why is Costas walking over towards me? So I'm just toasting up the place. Those who know about the word toasting, it's an old school thing. Basically, I was touching mic, pause. Yeah? So Costas is walking over towards me. I'm thinking, fucking hell. Like, all I have to do is just not show fear. You know the ones there? Whatever happens, don't get shook. Bruv, Costas came up to me, called me down, like, and gave me a bottle of champagne and kept it moving. And for the rest of the night, it was
litty.
Everything I thought it would be.
Again and again and again.
Bitches.
Bro.
Bitches everywhere.
You know, Napa was the first place I experienced a female look at me and point at me. Yeah. And then I'm like, looking around like, me? And then she pointed at me, she's like, shake the head like, you. And I was giving her like, what's up? And she literally lifted up her top.
Yeah.
What?
And just showed me her boobies.
Oh, I love that.
Bro, and she had a nice pair.
Bruv, Aiya Napa, yeah, when man were going, I'm talking about 2000s, bro. Early 2000s, a lot of shit happened over there.
A lot
of greasy shit. Shout out to the Birmingham chick that I met over there.
Oh my God, is that what you're doing?
I met a Birmingham chick over there. What's her name? Natalie?
Oh, no.
So basically, I was there.
Brunette?
Mixed race girl.
Okay.
Met her out.
Natalie, isn't it?
Got a vibe, but I met her like on one of the last days while I was over there.
Outside KFC.
And one of them... KFC, you know.
Anyway,
KFC
sorry.
then?
Yeah, it was KFC there.
There was a KFC that was popping.
KFC that everybody said.
Let's not digress.
But I was...
Tell it.
But yeah, but I met her one of the last days was there. She came back to my hotel, helped me pack my bags, jammed with me. I was like, you're such a lovely person.
Inside and out.
You know when you look at a thing, she's hot and it's just lovely as well. That goes a long way. Like when they're fit, but then they're just lovely. Yeah. And they just, what would you like me to do? And I'm like, well, you don't even know me. Yeah. But I do sort of thing. Like, she helped me pack. Spirits. Oh mate! Shout out to bro. That tune. What Kano just say it off and
unleashed the
beast,
archives, bro.
Yo,
I remember in Napa, I met some chick. I can't remember her name. Please forgive me. And I remember she was, like you said, nice, just all round nice, like nice soul, like inside and out.
Vibes.
And I remember we just cotched in my hotel, and just fell asleep. And I didn't once roll over and be like, hey, let me open up the woodwork shop. I didn't, I'll be honest, I did spoon.
Yeah, you have to.
But that was as far as it
Spoony.
went. And I felt no way the next morning, like.
Spoony, DJ Spoony.
Shout out to Spoony. Them
Liverpool Scouts, London Scousers.
Dream team. Yo, Napa, everyone thought this part of the dream team, boy. Yeah. Bro, it's true. Now, because those days, like the Beckys and them, from up north or wherever, when they go there, they're meeting a lot of London man them and all that. Man. Everyone, you could have said you're part of the dream team, like, oh really?
Bro, they got gassed, bro. It was. Do you know what? That's one thing I do miss about being an MC is the gas. Like you do, like don't get it twisted. You do get gassed. Like there's a certain feeling you get from people who think that you're really good.
Yeah.
Like there's haters, and haters are always going to be
they're
there.
always there.
But there's the people that go, you know what, this guy's dope, this guy can spit, this guy's got a vibe, and the energy you
He
get.
grabs the mic and then you know.
The
and
energy, I
They might
love
lean
that.
Forward.
That was, I love that, man. So, hey, yo, look, listen.
But I was gonna hit you with another one.
What,
you know,
yeah,
but
talk
let's
to me,
get-
man.
let's-
Talk-
yeah, so what was he gonna say?
I was just gonna introduce the show. Like, I just, man,
Nah. Let's keep it real.
Alright, you got any for us, Drew? 'Cause we've been
Nah,
sharing
man.
a
I was
lot.
the guy. I was the guy that used to like. Whilst he was feeling good, I was like, yeah. And we walked around the back. When you go around to backstage and that, and like, and everyone was like, "Who's he though?" Because I never seen him touch the mic. Is he the manager? Is he the what? What's he? What does he do?
Yeah. Trim used to play the incognito guy.
Yeah,
The undercover guy.
Oh, I love me.
Yeah.
I love me.
Trim used to just be there, but
Bro,
Trim used to be the post. I call you the poster boy.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah,
Trim was a poster boy, bruv. He was everywhere where he needed to be.
Yeah.
bro.
He
one
was.
time I brought my brother, my
Yeah.
older brother.
Yeah.
Shout out to man like Boopsy. I brought him into the
big up.
circle, and I took him on the road because you know who I was rolling with in those days. Because that's how we Bugs, we used to go like I swear I booked you at one party at Peterborough.
Yeah, man, all day.
The club that you had
big
to walk up the stairs,
You're talking about fucking the park, bruv.
and there was a car park just across the road.
Yeah,
I know because I had to go over there and attend the meeting at 3
What's that
o'clock in
one
the
called?
morning.
The park.
Okay.
You came to the park?
Bruv, is that with the 3 floors?
Yeah, upstairs. We used to go upstairs. Westwood was there. All the man there. Goldfinger came there. Bare times. That was where it.
I didn't know that was what it was.
The
cool.
park. Shout out to Peterborough.
Yeah.
Shout out to anyone who remembers the park. That place is like the birth.
Yeah.
It birthed a lot of people.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of babies came out of the park.
Yeah.
Yo,
But it birthed a lot of like relationships and fun and gas.
good times.
And
bro.
lots of
So
good stretching.
what was you saying?
I had a free air meeting in the car park across the street one time. But anyway, I brought my older brother with me to come over the road. And he just couldn't believe it because those days we were going certain parts of the UK where
Yeah, man ain't been.
being black,
Yeah.
you almost felt like an alien because
Yeah.
you was like the only you made up the 100%.
I fucking love being black.
I do as well. I
I
love being
fucking
beautiful.
love
I love being
being
beautiful.
black is fucking heavy. Like
It's cool as fuck, bro.
other than the fact that there's a lot of bullshit like
alright.
prejudice and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I can accept it
Yeah.
because
There's the other side
the,
as well.
the pick of the bunch is always
Bro,
accessible
listen.
to us.
That's good.
Listen, man.
There's nothing wrong with it. There's
Bro.
nothing wrong with it. There's always being black, even though like
mate.
in society and we're deemed a certain way and whatever. But at the same time, flipping off.
I mean, it's not
Wicked. Like even in the office, leaving at work or
Trent
whatever.
licked his lips and
Yeah,
I
I lick my lips all the time. But even at work or whatever, even you feel a bit funny about certain things, but at the same time, no matter what, every morning I walk through, I feel like,
You're proud,
That's
man.
the-
You
I
gotta be
feel
proud.
like I have a certain duty,
Yeah. To
to
please that
uphold
booty.
that, like-
to please that booty.
the LD or the BD, but like to represent, bruv. Like I am anti-stereotype. I'm not the guy who you think because of my skin color I'm late.
Yeah.
I'm not the guy because
Yeah.
of my skin color you think.
I feel
I'm
that.
out here in these streets running around reckless.
I feel
I'm not
that.
this guy because of my skin color you think, I'll probably bun weed, just sit at my home with no
Nothing to
sense
do.
of focus or nothing.
So, to run off that, I was at a curry night on Friday
I
night
love curry. Did you?
with work,
Okay.
and I sat down with 3 of my duty managers and my main manager, and they not all of them, but one of them was like, "We weren't sure about you when you first started at this job, and since they can't chat, they can't say nothing."
They know.
They know man is calm. And the thing about it is, obviously, again, we're just talking about being black. Being black, there is that, oh, okay, who is he? He's 6'3", big guy. You know what I mean? What's he like? The power that you hold without actually even opening your mouth is
Well, saying
is
just a natural
very,
presence.
very,
Of course,
very.
of
We must appreciate and understand that. But at the same time, he's using it in the right way. And obviously, because I've been professional, because I've been on time, I ain't been late to work. I haven't been to work late once.
Right.
So and obviously when you're building a relationship with your work colleagues, eventually you start to get to know them, and then they go, "Rad, this guy's super safe." But you're sitting there thinking, "You fucking don't you fucking know?"
Yeah.
Don't
they've
you
already
know,
got
man?
preconceptions. They've already. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's real.
It's difficult. It's difficult going somewhere new and being a new person as a black person. But at the same time, and it always happens.
You know
what about what about when you, so for example, you're at work or something, and then you go in the lift?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel uncomfortable?
Yeah. There's
Now,
that
one time I got in the lift with a female, and she kind of she had I can't remember if it was a handbag or purse on her left side, and she moved to the right side.
Yeah.
And then I said to her, I remember saying something to her like,
got peak.
"It's okay, I think we just got paid today, so I'm good." I think I just said something like that to her. And she looked at me. Yeah. No, she looked, because obviously you got the reflection in the doors before. You know, she looked, I could see looking in it like, oh shit, I really just
didn't mean to do that.
I shouldn't have done that, because he
had
obviously
a
clocked.
moment.
Yeah.
You know what goes a long way though? Yeah. Smile.
Yeah, but I said it in a calm, like, hysterical way. Like,
I'm not
paid today.
I'm not even referring to that situation. I'm referring to in general.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
A lot of the time, a smile breaks down a lot of boundaries. Your body language breaks down. You got to think, we might be at work, or we might be walking into a place and we've just frustrated or stressed out, or someone's been on the phone to us, or a family member's shagged or something, and you're just on an automatic. So when you walk into a place, you might not be conscious of how you're being perceived. And then people like, when you, bruv, sometimes you just bust a smile. A lot of the time, bruv, like me, I'm just always on a vibe. Yeah. And I keep myself, I'm always on a vibe, not just to keep other people secure with who I am, but for me, man, like why do I have to be angry? Why do I have to be vexed? I don't give a fuck. Like, I keep the stresses as away from me as possible, and I embrace happiness. I embrace positivity. So I ooze that, and hopefully that rubs off on the people around me. I can't walk around this earth vexed, man, because when you do that, that's an energy that you're passing over to someone else. And you got to think, we have to actually hold a responsibility for the people around us. I'm responsible for all four of us here. Right. By my body language. If I sit here and I'm just cold and I'm just like, Trebler's gonna go, Mr. T, shout out to Mr. T, blessings.
In the house, each and every
Trebler's
time.
gonna go, Rare, what's wrong with G? You're gonna go, what's wrong with G? Trim's gonna go, and it might be something that I don't really want to express, but my energy's off, so the whole shit is off. You know what I mean? And I think it's,
and likewise with everyone else as well.
Yeah, man. I think that's important.
No, man. I try to live my life stress free.
Golden.
I just drink my water.
Yeah, man.
Eat my mangoes.
You
mind
see
my
it?
business.
You see it?
Follow the thick set ladies on the IG.
Yeah.
But then also my grand told me, like, you can't stress over things you have no control over.
Yeah, man.
Like, as effed up as the world is, I can't stress myself about that because I've got no control on the outcome of it. But things underneath my roof, like with family members, extended family, like you guys, brethren, whatever, then that will have some sort of impact on me to stress, because like I have some way of impacting what the next step's going to be. Like, if I don't check for you and I see you making the same mistake over and over and over again,
yeah, for sure,
I'll just leave you be. But if I am checking for you, I'll have to pull you to the side and go, yo, Trim,
come on,
what you're doing there is fucked up. If I didn't check for you, I'd leave you to keep making that mistake.
That's
but
real.
I'm checking for you. You need to step up.
And people get that misconstrued, like because you check for somebody, you automatically always have to beg them. It's not a begging thing out here. Sometimes it's a thing where it's like, yo, do you realize what you're doing, or have you seen the road you're going down, or you know what I mean? We're all, again, as I said, we're all a reflection of each other. I want to see Trim thrive. I don't want to see Trim. I don't want to see Trim miserable, because that will make me miserable.
Facts.
If Trim's on his best, on his top game, if you're on your top game, if Trebler's on his top game, we're all pushing each other to be the best
That's
we can
infectious. People want to hang around us and stuff.
It's
infectious.
fucking important,
You know
bro.
what I mean?
So that's what I'm saying, bro. When I used to touch Mike, bro, that's yo. Anyway, listen, yo, this is a fast food podcast.
Set it up.
This is episode 5.
Is it?
Yes.
I go by the name of Morgan Hytes. I'm with my 2 illustrious guests as usual. Trimmer, who's got the keys to my bimmer.
Yeah, man.
And we've got Drizzy Freckles in the building. Sucker Fett.
No, don't do that. Put some respect on my home's native tongue, yeah? Sucker Fett player.
Blessings to you.
Get down and lay down, B.
We got Mr. T in the building. Yes, blessings to you.
Yeah.
Yo, this is your fortnightly meal of pure decadence and luxurious self-indulgence. So grab your plates and cups because we're about to have a banquet of succulent nourishment and beverages.
That's me.
Cheers, you bitches.
Cheers.
Blessings. Hey, Trebler, there's brandy here, you know. So just let me know.
Yes.
Blessings, Drizzy.
Yes. Bluetooth it.
Yeah, as I said, episode 5. We're in the building again. Good to see you guys after another fortnight of a podcast. Don't forget, we are available on all platforms. We're on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, Podbean. We're also on YouTube. We're having a few little technical issues with YouTube, so steady.
Yeah, that's none of their business though.
Bear with us.
But we have the audio goes up, and then the YouTube visuals go up the second week. So look out for that. Fast Food Podcast. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram, Fast Food Podcast. Facebook group, Fast Food Podcast. Anything else we're missing? We'll just do a few shout outs. You want to shout out anyone?
Well, shout out to your missus and your
big
son,
up the
bro.
missus, big up little Shy.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to Uncle Teeks.
Yeah.
Big up Jamie. Big up my nephew Angel. Shout out to my work colleagues. You know what? Big shout out to Jojo. He's one of my duty managers. Yeah. Black brother.
Okay.
Knows the struggle.
Yeah.
Gave me some boxes so I can.
In his head top.
Gave me some boxes, bruv, so I can move. Help me move, because basically, it's official.
Yes.
I got my moving date.
Yep. Say no more.
2nd of January 2020. I'm moving. It's a new start. It's actually a new decade too.
I think you're going to be moving into your new house the day after. This is my prediction. The day after Rihanna drops her album.
Oh, that would be wicked.
I think Rihanna is going to drop her album to be the first thing you hear for the new decade.
And
bro.
you're actually going to be moving in the day after New Year's.
Yeah.
Oh man, the science.
Bruv, it's deep. Bruv, it's all fine. Like, obviously, I spoke to you lot about it the last time, but I didn't have a move-in date. Yeah. But it's official. So we're looking for like sofas and bedding and all sorts of stuff. Wifey is excited because this is their department. Yeah. Like,
inside.
All what we've done so far is, you know what I mean, patterning it, getting everything together. But now the decorations and I missed that. The whole decor and how everything's gonna lay it out, it's up to her.
All right, that's fantastic and nice and all that. But what we want to know is the 4 of us in there, obviously, because no one else is listening. Are you getting a mirror
on the ceiling?
In your bedroom?
If you know what I'm meaning.
You don't gotta relax.
And you getting a water bed.
You know what I'm gonna do?
He's gonna put on the floor.
I'm trying to whop. I'm gonna try to whop in every single room.
Yeah, even in the loft.
Yeah, I'm gonna wop.
And then to the park. Don't forget, I told you last time about the park thing.
Yeah, but I've got a park in my back garden.
Be like gigs and walk in the park, bro.
I'm gonna wop everywhere. But it's a nice spot.
Congratulations, brother.
Yeah, man, I'm gassed about that. Finally,
yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
We get this thing moving. What's happening?
Last time I come right here, I had rice and chicken and all that. You remember that?
Yeah.
We did the little trailer for season 2.
Yeah.
Like that was a nice little quick, because she wasn't expecting us, but that was a nice quick little
brother. And that's the thing about talking about that is when I move now, I'm gonna have my own kitchen and I'm gonna start cooking myself. Yeah. So I'm gonna start learning all because it's bad to say, but I just don't know how to do my traditional foods.
Like what?
Okay.
The rice and peas, curries. You know what I mean? The
Curry's a
tandoor.
tough one, you know.
Yeah, I know.
I don't
Dependent.
touch curry. I want to
You
learn.
need to
Yeah,
learn. You
man.
need to learn to do curry from the person whose curry you like.
Yeah, that's my dad, man.
Well, then you're good.
He's
Then
patterned
you
it,
just
bro.
stand
My,
close.
my dad is a master chef. Like, shout out to Pops.
Yeah.
He's just, he cooks arguably better than my mum.
Don't say that for your mum, though.
No, real talk. Like there's dishes that my dad can cook.
Said it before.
There's dishes that my dad can cook. That's dope. There's dishes that my mum could cook. That's super dope.
Yeah, of course.
But he is as good as my mum.
That's
It's like
why. How long they been married for?
they were married for like 21 years.
Oh, what happened?
Bro,
Dad made Jello or
I'm not
something?
telling you that.
Okay, sorry. I thought you made like a Jello meal. Like she come over like, what's this? Jello.
No, they
Okay.
they shared the cooking. So that my dad used to cook on a Saturday. My mum would do the Sunday rolls and all of that. So over the years, again, it's practice, isn't it? Cooking's practicing.
For sure.
And they've got to a place where they're just old and dope.
Yeah.
Like, my parents are in their 60s, so like they've had a lifetime of
And they sure don't look it.
yeah, man, they're dope, man.
Black don't crack, baby. Black is beautiful. That's the theme of the show.
So what's happening though? What's been happening, man?
I've been man.
Yeah,
I
what?
haven't been feeling well.
Yeah, what, go on. Yeah, because I shouted Trip last week. Trip was like, yeah. I was like, what, go on? He's like, bro,
Are you not wrapping up? No? Are you just going straight in? Huh? I know it's cold outside. It's extra incentive to wrap up,
man,
bro. Come
cheers
on
to that.
What?
Man said, are you not wrapping
Hey,
up?
bro, what's happening, bro? You're cold out there.
I ain't been well. Like immune system's been a bit low and that. And yeah, it wasn't the best. I had some viral
Said it wasn't
there we
the
go.
best.
some viral thing, and it was pulling me
Dying
to
a little
pieces.
bit.
Yeah, so I was struggling. And
Flu.
that. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't good. All I know is it lasted for over a week.
Damn.
So I didn't need that in my life.
Have some more brandy,
For me,
bro.
thank you,
Brandy
brandy
will
will
do.
help.
Yeah,
Bottoms
brandy.
up,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah, man, that'll
But
help you, man.
yeah,
I mean,
man.
one up your
And I
one up
was
your chest.
feeling a bit grumpy.
Yeah?
I was a bit of a grumpy,
Grumpy Gus.
Yeah, I don't do well with being ill. I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
I feel you.
but I'm coming through the other side of it now.
Yeah,
You know, like-
yeah. I said you would. By Monday,
Yeah.
Tuesday, I was like, it should start tapering off. You know what I mean? That's what happens, man. You get the flu and that, you get the cold. There's a good few days where you're shagged, bruv.
I couldn't move.
Yeah,
I could not move. My body was hurting me. And
Do you get a flu jab?
bruv, I don't do that. What am I
Yeah,
doing
I
that
don't
for?
do. You get a flu
what?
jab?
I haven't had a flu jab in like 7 years.
Yeah,
bro.
I don't fuck with
I
that.
know.
I don't
They
trust.
text
I don't
me.
trust it now. I
They
don't trust
text
flu
me.
jab.
Do you get the text from the?
Jesus
Do you
Christ. Yeah.
get
I
the
do.
text?
Yeah.
I say decline.
Decline.
Yeah. I don't like flu
Decline.
jabs, man.
Yeah.
I don't trust it.
What you got some mercury in there for my bumper roll? I don't want nothing like that.
Now, once I did a little research to find out what it was,
Yeah.
because there's some places
What
where
is
they
in
do the
it?
B, they do it's a weakened version of a flu.
They give you the
Yeah,
flu.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
your
it's
body
flu to
fights
impact
against
the
it
flu.
because
Yeah.
of the molecular structure of your what?
Go in, brother.
No, because of the molecular structure of your what's the name of the
fucked up my- I fucked up my
What's
juice,
the name
man.
of the spaceship in Star Trek? The Millennium Falcon. or
no,
whatever.
that's Star Wars, bro. Come on now.
But basically, that is what it is. So
Yeah.
it's all about an amalgamation
Yeah.
of the nation. So you don't even want that.
Nah. And then
Why
I heard
would
that
you
one
want that in your
time.
skin?
I heard that one time. Shout out to my girl Dominique. She told me at one time
From
they get it from Australia.
What?
at one
That's
point,
it, bro.
They get the flu from
They
Australia.
get the jab from Australia.
So you can't try in
and
Australia.
then it's got some fucking kangaroo
Australians are
jizz in it.
racist.
But
you
then
know.
at one point they got a bad batch or something like that.
Australians are racist, bruv. You don't know what they're putting in that shit
I
to
wouldn't
send
know,
to us,
bro.
bruv.
I know
wasn't
some
there.
Give
good
the
Australians.
Negroes that jab.
I wasn't there.
Give the Negroes that.
Aborigines.
Yeah,
Aborigines.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
I have not had a flu jab in about 5-6 years.
Same.
Because I'm not.
Gonna say I've not had
My
an
wife is
Australian.
giving my son like herbal stuff for his
Yeah,
his
yeah,
cold and
better.
flu.
Bro.
She's giving him natural stuff. None of
Yeah.
that
Let me
fuck.
Let me put you up on game. Let me
Yeah,
put you up
go
on some
true.
game. Right.
Do that.
You see when you're having a flu,
Yeah,
you got the flu,
Yeah.
you feel like your chest is all congested and all that.
wheezy.
Let me wheezy F.
Yeah,
And
baby.
the F is for what you should do is you get a pot, right?
Yeah,
Fill it up with water.
Yeah.
Like if you
Thank
got
you,
ideally
thank
get
you,
a
thank you.
flask. Ideally get a flask so you
Yeah.
can pour it in once you're done. Get a pot, water, garlic,
Vicks it up.
ginger, right, chili.
Really?
Boil that motherfucker up, like boil it to the
Sour
point where you're
lemon,
like,
yeah.
oh shit, this is bubbling. And then you got your lemon squeezed already. You mix that in what was boiling.
Yeah.
Add a bit of honey to taste. Put that in a
Sick.
flask and drink that, bro. Trust me,
Peak.
And,
that will
and
make
drink
you
that?
feel nice. Yeah, bro.
Do you know what I do?
Talk to
I get
me.
cloves. No.
Okay.
I get cloves of garlic
Yeah.
and crush them.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
I heard that's really good.
I put that in the cup.
Right.
Yeah. I got this recipe from Charlene. Right.
Charlene.
Right. Cloves of garlic, crush it down.
Yeah.
Lemon, honey.
Same as mine.
Yeah, similar to that. Yeah. And just leave the water, leave the hot water in it, and make it stew.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you just heat it up and
Right,
whatever.
that's-
You sieve it.
Yeah.
And then you back that like 3 times a day or whatever.
Yeah.
And it lifts up all the
Yeah, that's
cunt
why you have
off
the
your
flask.
chest.
Because ideally a flask holds the heat for what, 6 to 8 hours, depending
Yeah.
on the quality of the
And
flask.
just- yeah.
And you're just backing that throughout the day, bro.
Thermos.
Love
Trust me.
that.
I mean, forget a flu jab, B. We're right here,
Flu
bro.
jab later.
Yeah, no, I'm
and
tough,
that,
don't
you
trust
just
it.
sweat it out.
Exactly.
Sweat it
Put a little
out.
bit of Vicks on the sole of your feet. Put some
I heard
socks
about
on.
that foot
A little bit of
Vicks.
Vicks on your
Vicks foot.
throat and on your chest, and go to sleep, man. Take 2 of those and call me in the morning.
I wear two hoodies and go to bed.
Straight.
Sweat,
Sweat
it
out,
out,
man.
sweat it out. So,
Yeah.
so what are we talking about today? What would you like to start with, guys? There's a lot to talk about, actually.
Well, I went to cinema on Friday.
What did you
How
say?
was
I went
that?
to see 21 Bridges.
I thought he was going to say the
I heard
beating.
about that. What's
Sick.
that saying?
What is that?
Solid, bro.
What's
It's
it about?
It's a action drama thriller.
Yeah.
With Chadwick Boseman, aka
Yeah,
Jackie
yeah,
Robinson,
yeah.
aka James Brown, aka T'Challa. And basically, he's a police officer who has to investigate a bus gone wrong, and a bus gone wrong, a drug bus gone wrong,
Yeah.
and he has to like chase these cop killers and then find out about these cop killers and stuff. But while doing that, he is a can of worms. And that's what I'm saying. I don't want to spoil
Yeah,
it,
to
say
sp-
anything else.
yeah.
But while chasing these cop killers, it leads to a can of worms.
Right,
It's based in New York at night.
right.
And yes, it gets to the point where in the title, it's not a spoiler in the title, he's like, these motherfuckers on the run, I want you to shut down every bridge out of Manhattan. And it's a good film, bro. I mean, obviously, I saw him in Get Up and Thurgood Marshall like last weekend.
Yeah.
So it's like I watched 2 Chadwick Boseman films back to back, and then the following weekend, just gone, I watched 21 Bridges. It's really good.
21
The guy,
Bridges.
the brother can act. Like,
Yeah.
I know some people only know him as Bleeding Black Panther, but he can act in it. So he's really good. So yeah, check out 21 Bridges. I was gonna see
Blue Story.
Blue Story,
But
but
He
at the
got
time
chased
I was
by a
like,
bear coolie boy.
at the time I was like, oh man, is this something that I've got access to on Netflix?
Yeah.
Because you know, you type like Top Boy, there's a million, you should check out this related film, and it's
Okay,
normally
nothing-
like something like along those lines. So I didn't watch it, but then obviously Sunday night in Birmingham,
It got peak.
at the View, it got peaked.
So what happened exactly?
From
really
what
know?
the stories have been showing, a bunch of these Asian kids, it looked like, ran into the View in it's a View in the Bullring. I'm assuming it's in the Bullring.
I'm
right? In
assuming
Birmingham.
Some
Yeah,
member-
that's where everything's going now.
Yeah.
And they had like machetes and shit, and
I saw one machete.
yeah, machetes and shit. I don't know what else they had on them. I saw the machete, but who knows if one had a knife on them, whatever. I don't know. But I'm just saying, one had a machete. That's enough for me.
Yeah.
And apparently, it just went crazy. Now I don't think kicked off, but
Well,
everyone panicked.
the word was
That's
they.
good,
It was reported that
Hytes.
these guys.
That's right.
No, it's cool.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright.
I'm patented it. I patented it.
Yeah.
Word is that the police were called because of the disruption
Well, okay,
at the cinema.
right.
Because you got to remember there was families
Of
of
course.
people in there that went to see Frozen.
Frozen 2's out.
Frozen 2. So people were there in there with their kids, and then obviously a bunch of goons are in there and with weapons. So it started kicking off. So anyway, once the police came, actually when the police came, it went off.
Right.
Some of the policemen got injured as well. Apparently, some of them got injured
That's not good.
in the Farrakas.
Yeah.
For all those motherfuckers.
And so after that, they took it they took it out of the cinema, man.
So they pulled Blue Story from
They've
all the
pulled
View
Blue
cinemas.
Stories from the View, and I think there's another cinema.
Is it?
I think it's
View, because View is one of the biggest chains in the UK.
Yeah.
So that was that's where the story, and everyone's on Twitter crying racism and all that. And it's like, my problem with that is we scream racism sometimes too quick. We play the race card too quick. And I feel like when we really need to play the race card, because we've played it so many times before, when we really, really need it, it's but diluted. Because if you're the CEO of View Cinema,
What are you supposed to do?
What are you supposed to do? There's families there going to see Frozen 2.
with their bag.
They've probably been working all week. Frozen comes out on Friday, and they probably said to their kids, right, we're going to take this to cinema.
Drizzy, I took Shia to see Frozen 2.
Right. What if you was in
on
that
Saturday,
Birmingham branch?
On Saturday, and I thought, if I saw a bunch of youths
and a machete
bopping through with knives and machetes on them, wagwan. You get me? Like what?
Exactly.
Wagwan. Now we can't blame the movie for that though.
No.
But there's no evidence to say it was connected to the movie.
No.
We don't know that.
But they will.
They will try and make
They
that.
will.
And that's fair because it's coincidence that this film came out at that time and this is happening. So that's coincidental. So I'll give them a blight for that. I'm not saying it's right, but I can see how the 2 and 2 equals 4.
All of the cinemas?
No, it's
all
just
of
that
the
one.
view?
Yeah, but you have to put your foot down. I'm sure there were parents in
That
other
complained.
areas that were sending like, we believe this film. I don't want this film being played at my local View because I take my kids there.
Yeah, but why were they? This is the bit I don't get. Why were they playing Frozen and Blue Story at the same time?
Yeah, but they should be able to, bro.
No, they should not because of what time was Frozen on? What time would Frozen be on?
Bro,
It's a big film. Frozen's probably taking up like 12 screens, bro.
I understand,
bro.
but what
At the
I'm saying
View,
is-
at the View, bruv. There's flipping at the View. There's My Little Mermaid
My
and
Little
Batman.
Pony.
Yeah.
And Batman, bro.
Batman's different.
Batman's different.
Batman's cold though.
You got to remember, someone got shot a whole cinema got shot up in America
Yeah.
while watching Batman.
And did they
Dark
ban
Knight,
it throughout every chain?
I'd never heard.
Shit.
I don't
Okay.
believe so.
So you could at least you could say over here you may be able to commend us for taking some swift action.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate it's based around it coincided with this film.
Right.
But at least we acted better than how they did in America with the whole Dark Knight thing.
Mm-hmm.
But to G's point, so Blue Story is showing at the Odeon. There's 4 showings.
So
tomorrow.
okay.
Frozen has 9 showings.
Yep.
And they all filter between each other. Like, this is how the cinema game works. They want to show the movie that's going to bring the most butts and seats
Of course.
as many times as possible throughout the day. Like,
I
Endgame
get that.
probably had 100 screenings.
But what time should I think that Blue Story should be on a lot later?
I get that. But
get-
this one, audience say
I get,
quarter
I,
past.
not
I
be
get,
throughout
I
the
get.
day.
Right. So I get what you say when you're talking about times.
Yeah.
Right.
But you got to remember, there's all types of films on at a cinema at any given time, of different genres, of different action movie over there.
Did they not preempt that such a film would carry a certain type of person to go and watch it?
Yeah, but bro, you could say that about anything, bro.
Okay, well, I'm thinking, Frozen is probably gonna not be kids with machetes going to watch Frozen. So
Yeah, I get.
so hold on.
Yeah.
So I don't think I need to be filling out
Yeah.
a risk assessment form
For that. No.
for that.
Apparently-
but Blue Story
Right.
is something completely different. It's a totally different animal.
Do we
Right
know
now-
those kids were going to watch Blue Story?
That's the thing.
enough.
Well, no, it's not even about that. Why would you not preempt that could happen? You're a cinema. You do this. You've done this for years.
Yeah.
Would you not preempt that these type of movies, they could be possibly it could be an issue with maybe violence or a different type of crowd that may go to watch it because of what it is.
But like Intent 2, I swear that got a wide screen, a wide release in the cinema.
What was that? Sorry.
Intent 2.
Right.
And that's a similar thing. And
Yeah.
there was nothing, like it's touch and go.
Yeah, but that's what the whole point of a risk assessment is. You assess a risk. If it doesn't happen, brilliant. But if it does, you've already assessed.
But apparently, in the letter that's been shared online from the guy who made the call about pulling it out of the cinema, he said they did take extra measures.
Right.
They did take that. But, like, here's the crazy thing. Blue Store is showing at 6 o'clock. Frozen showing at 20 to 6. Right? If you're getting there at 5:30,
you're still
to be in a concession to buy your popcorn and all that, to see a film at 20 to 6.
That's what they're gonna do.
These kids are coming in for a 6 o'clock viewing if they're going to watch Blue Story. Like it's just how it works, man. Like it's just.
I get what Trim's saying, and that's what Trim is saying is logical.
Right.
What I'm saying, cinemas have never operated like that at any. I've always gone to the cinema, and over there's the kids' movie that's always on because they know it's a summer holiday and whatnot. The blockbuster movie's on over there, Avengers is on over there, Joker's on over there, and it all clashes. What you're saying is, in hindsight, because of this situation, something should have been.
But I also heard us say that they did risk assess the situation, and they did have put things into place to cover anything that that could have.
But maybe that might have been like, when you walk into the cinema, excuse me, sir, can I just have a look at your bag, please? It might have just been that. Do you know what I mean? It might have just been that.
I think it's bloody vague.
I didn't read the full thing.
I think obviously that situation. I personally think that situation's isolated.
If I owned
because we're talking about a situation that's only happened in Birmingham.
Yeah,
it's not like motherfuckers was running around in the UK, in London, sorry, I should say, in a view in London with guns on them. Because really, if anything was going to kick off, it would be more you'd hear it in Londden. Where
Birmingham's kind of
I'm not saying no. I know Birmingham's cold, but what I'm saying to you is, it's not. It was an isolated situation, so you can't really preempt something like that happening. It happened. They pulled it. Whether you feel whether you feel like it's an injustice or not, I understand to a degree why it was pulled from the cinema. But at the same time, don't spoil like how is it gonna affect the people who made the movie and stuff like that?
Well, it's been in all the other ones. So I tweeted out like, look, if you really want to go see the film, just go to the Odeon. If the next cinema besides the View is an extra 5 miles from where you are, just go watch it. Go watch it there.
And to a degree, it's kind of promoted the movie.
Of course it has.
It's actually kind of
people want to watch it more. I thought to myself, the fact that the View done that,
it promoted it.
So View ain't gonna make no P from it, but someone else is gonna make some.
Odeon probably saw an influx of people buying tickets because they want to go see the film.
Do you think it was a marketing strategy?
I think it was a media situation where they tried to make something look not as good or try to.
The media definitely was trying to downplay the thing.
They named it, but in the news, when I was listening to the news, I heard them say, what did they say? They said something about, or something along the lines of, some young. It wasn't. Sometimes when you look in the papers and it looks distasteful towards black people. This wasn't that. It was just young thugs or little young kids, or it wasn't directed at a race or anything like that. You get what I'm saying? It didn't say, young Asian.
Well, we're sport, but like that. Us black folks, we're sport like that. Yeah. We do get the highlight. You know what I mean? Like. They do point the fucking light bulb on us, but it is what it is. But a lot of the energy towards the cinema, like, oh yeah, you're racist. Rah, rah, rah. What about these motherfucking kids that just walked up in there thinking they can get away with this shit? Yeah. Like, what about them? Yeah. We're just gonna turn a blind eye to them motherfuckers.
Well, there've been several arrests. And
make them fuckers miss Christmas, man.
They did look young.
There have been several arrests.
Tough.
They've caught a lot because the guy holding the machetes definitely got arrested because his whole boat race was on View. Right. Excuse the pun. And so hopefully that something like that won't happen again. But I feel for the families that were there scared.
Of course.
Imagine you got your 5-year-old there and he's fucking. Man are
just
walking
like
around
Elsa and all that.
Come on,
and
man.
Ready to sing "Let It Go"
peak.
a million times, and then a machete just popped
it's
in
very,
front of them. Come on, bro.
it is very peak.
No kid needs to see that, man. You know what I mean?
It is a very peak, man. So, let's talk about this Colin Kaepernick situation. Very interesting. I've been following it for a long time.
Yeah.
And obviously it relates to a lot of things. 3 months ago, when Jay-Z started to become a part of,
Yeah.
he had a meeting with the Goodell. Was it Roger Goodell?
I think, yeah.
He had a meeting with Roger Goodell regarding entertainment for the halftime show.
And they got like a social injustice program set up there as well.
Social
They do a lot
injustice
of
program
inner-city
set up.
programs and all
But then
that.
people obviously were calling out Jay-Z, saying that he's a sellout, and one hand he was telling man not to perform at the NFL, and then Tutu's is in the offices with the enemy, so to speak.
Yeah.
Fast forward, it was the middle of last week.
Yeah.
Where news broke that Colin Kaepernick was gonna be doing a workout for the NFL.
Yeah.
That's correct, yes.
And literally all the 32 teams? 32 teams.
Something like that.
32 teams were going to a facility to watch him train, and
basically they was there to like kind of scout him, to
check
see
him
if
out.
they want like a football player, to see if they want to sign him to their team. Basically, that's what it is.
I mean, it's interesting when you say scout, because I get the scouting to a degree, because obviously they need to see if he's still got it, so to speak. He ain't played for 3 years, so they want to know if his arm's good. Pause. You know what I mean? They want to know if he can still play.
Yeah.
He said he's been practicing.
Well, he put out a video practicing with his boy. And do you know Odell Beckham Jr.?
Mm-hmm.
Sick. I think he's a wide receiver. Sick. Like he's one of the most flamboyant, but he's sick player.
Yeah.
He had a video he was training with him.
Right.
Because Odell Beckham is so sick, like running, catching the ball, and keeping it moving. So he was practicing with him. So it's kind of like, yo, if I'm throwing to this guy who moves like a bullet, I'm still on form. Do you know what I mean?
Popping.
Yeah. So that came out, and then obviously, as you said, the story came out. Oh, the NFL are like, hey, let's see what you got, buddy. Because a lot of teams have got some injuries. Yeah. So they need someone to fill that spot on the roster, basically.
Do you believe Jay had something to do with that situation?
I don't know, but I'd like. Well, okay. So words going around is Jay better put a bit of pressure on some. Well, when I say pressure, spoke to someone. Spoke to a particular team who probably a man down, and he's like, yo,
what's up with Cap?
KP's over there. You know what I mean?
I think he put pressure.
Probably, but because why not? If you're in the inside,
you put pressure.
Disrupt from the inside.
Because obviously the NFL, to be honest with you, the NFL are only going to do what they want to do. But if working with Jay-Z, if he's gone in there and he's gone, look, listen, this is going to help. This is going to help you look better as the NFL. You're not looking good at the moment. A lot of people have switched off from watching NFL games. Yeah. And there's a community of black people who make up a lot of the population, and that ain't feeling it. Exactly. Yeah. So this is probably what you should try to do. And I feel like, so anyway, yeah. So Colin Kaepernick, he's been asked to do a workout. It was on a Saturday, I believe. Yeah. And a lot of people say, why is it on a Saturday when you're not going to be able to facilitate it in the right way? Because obviously a lot of the games happen on Sunday. So with all the scouts and all of that ain't going to be there. And they're not going to be enough people to come and watch him. But what they did say was, that's not a problem, because none of the managers would ever have been there anyway. Okay. They will just send their people from each team. They will go check it out, see what go on. Now, news broke when he I can't remember how long it was before the actual workout that he had changed
the venue.
The venue.
That's right.
And then it was talk that there was a waiver that they wanted him to sign, and bits and pieces in the waiver wasn't what he liked. It's there was clauses, I guess, in the waiver that was like he's not sure about. So he changed the venue. Only 8 people, I believe, actually ended up going.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's probably based on where he actually did the venue, because it was at a college.
Yeah.
It was at a...
Was it the
in
Falcon?
Atlanta or
It was
something,
a Falcon
Atlanta
Centre or
Falcons,
something.
Yeah.
which wasn't where it needed to be to
Right.
get the actual exposure that would have been beneficial to him.
Well, he moved. Well, I mean, he's moved it. I'm guessing he's moved it because he wanted to control the situation more.
Okay.
Where what happened? What if it was left to the NFL and it was down to
been
them to
manipulated.
facilitate the situation? They might have manipulated it and not had certain things. Because this is the thing. Colin Kaepernick doesn't trust the NFL.
No.
Okay.
The NFL don't trust Colin Kaepernick.
Right.
So when they both approaching the situation, there's going to be a standoff to a degree.
Right.
It's like 2 people that don't really like each other enter a room. Man are going to be like, okay, if he pulls out the strap, I'm pulling out the...
My strap's already
yeah,
pulled.
yeah, if he's doing... You know what I mean? So I'm guessing there was a little bit of a little standoff to a degree. So he was like, what's in the contract? I don't like it. And then they've gone, and then he's moved it. And then apparently, obviously, not everybody went to the new facility. Because they were like, the NFL was like, fuck that. He's changed the facility and you want us to drive
We
another
know
hour.
what he's on. Yeah.
You want us to drive an hour now and beg it. No, come on, we're the NFL. Then he had a Kinte Kunte t-shirt on.
Yeah.
Didn't do that.
Now, when he had the Kinte Kunte t-shirt on,
Kunta Kinte.
Kunta,
Kunta from Kunta.
I was like, I personally, this is how I felt. Like, bro, why did you do that? Like, I get it, bro. You got the afro, you're mixed, so you got a little bit of black in you. But
A little bit.
But he's got half.
Yeah.
So, but the Kunta thing, bro, you got to relax. Because first of all, that's a fictional character. That character didn't exist. 2, we get it. Like, you're fighting for the people, them, and we're behind you. Because at the end of the day, pause. At the end of the day, I stand behind Cap. Pause.
Okay.
When it comes to the kneeling and the whole situation.
That was an amalgamation of pauses.
Bro, do you want a break?
Pause.
You're doing a lot right now.
I stand behind.
towel out.
I stand
Wipe
behind
yourself.
Cap when it comes to the comes to kneeling with regards to fighting social justice
Okay.
and police brutality.
Right.
I'm behind that. Pause.
Oh, right.
Right. But when it comes to him
Kinte.
saying that he wants a job
Okay, yeah.
Pause.
and then walking into the NFL and saying, "Look, boom, I'm Kunta Kinte. I'm a fucking cunt.
I'm a fucking Kunta
I'm
Kinte.
a fucking cunt." Like we, like
Come
we're,
on,
like
yo.
where we going? You get me? Where we going with
Okay,
this?
can I play devil's advocate?
You go for
Go
it.
for it.
If you and I start up a business together, right?
Yeah.
A little startup, let's say reselling of sneakers,
That's some good
trainers, crepes, whatever.
Yeah.
We say we're going to split the profits 50-50. Starts off slow, whatever, and then we get to
Pause.
a point now where
One's gonna split your
okay,
profits.
it's split the profits, and then we get to a point where we are now killing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we're buying crepes for like £150.
Yeah.
We're selling them for £450.
Right.
Excuse me. Now, we've agreed to that. It's in the contract, whatever. But what you didn't see in the contract is I've put a little clause on there that
little
says
side
like
shrivel.
you can get profits for the first 10 sales.
Yeah.
After that,
It's
I'm
me.
collecting everything for the next 20 sales,
Yeah,
and then we
peak.
go back to 10.
Yeah. That no gossip.
You wouldn't
But
tru-
if it's
you-
contractual,
right? So you would be like, you don't trust me.
Yeah.
We can't do business together because I've right? Okay, cool. Then I'll ring you a couple of months later, and I'm like, yo, G, let's do this thing again.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna say fuck that
Why?
because I've already been compromised.
Okay, so have I lost your trust?
Absolutely.
100%.
100%.
Okay, so if that's the case, excuse me, why is Colin so eager to work, why does Colin want to go work for the NFL again?
But does he though?
No, he doesn't.
But why do the tryouts?
But
If you don't trust someone, why you want to do business with them again?
But this is the confusing thing. Then this is the thing,
yeah, conflicting.
I'm in a place where after the news happened, I got to a place where I was like, I almost don't give a fuck anymore. This is the only reason why. As I said, the protesting thing, I'm behind.
Of course.
Him having a job, I don't give a fuck if you... Nigga, we all need to get paper. We all need jobs. Like, if you don't want to get the job, that's up to you. Whether you want the job or not. But what you're given, the signs and the information you're giving off to the people, because don't forget, Colin Kaepernick don't talk.
No.
He don't say
like a martyr, bro.
He doesn't say nothing to no one. He doesn't go, all right, my black people, this is what I'm doing. This is the direction we're going. Let's go. He's just fucking in the car.
He's martyring, bro.
He's signed a fucking settlement
right again,
already.
That kind of crept under the.
And then obviously now you've got you've got your chance. If you want the job, you've got your chance now to try out. Grab the thing, pause, and then go and do your thing. And this is the thing. I think personally, I don't think he wants the job.
Nah, man.
What's his name?
I personally think that he just wants to play the thing, play the martyr role, take the piss, because obviously he feels sometimes like I get that he's frustrated and annoyed and pissed off because the NFL did him a wrongers. It's like,
of course,
it's like your ex. It's like an ex that did a fuckery. Remember that ex that did a fuckery? Mm-hmm. Remember, Trim?
We all know one.
Come on, bruv.
We know one.
You know the ex that did a fuckery. 100%. And she left. She gave you the whoop. She gave you the real tuntun. Mm-hmm. And it was juicy.
Yep.
And then 2-2s, you said you were boyfriend and girlfriend. And then 2-2, she left you by the wayside. And you were like, oh my God, this is peak.
Listen to Casey and JoJo in the darkness,
this is peak, bro.
Yeah. I turn them songs off.
We all been there. So Colin Kaepernick's approach to the NFL is all but nice. He don't give a fuck no more.
Caps.
Right. So I just find it confusing. Like, so many people are, oh my gosh, the NFL trying to screw him over again. Yeah. And I'm just like, no. But hold on. If he doesn't trust them, they didn't handle him well in the first place.
Yeah.
If you don't trust, If you don't trust them, why are you trying to do business with them again?
Yeah, it's weird.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
He's got
like you said, listen, Colin, the cause,
great,
100% bulletproof. We agree. But I just feel like if a snake bites you, you're gonna put your hand in the fucking same thing?
Like,
same thing again?
Like, why'd you keep fucking with them?
Yeah.
And like, if you want to play, unfortunately, you're gonna have to sign the shit. Because obviously they're going to say, listen, Colin Kaepernick, the thing about it is they were like, oh, this waiver is different to everyone else's waiver. Of course it is.
Yeah.
Because you've already taken them to court.
Johnny Martin.
You've already fucking juiced them for some P.
Yeah.
That they didn't really want to pay, but they know they did a fuckery in the first place, so
they're covering themselves.
They're covering themselves. So if you're going to go back into the Lions, then either you play the game or you fucked right off.
Right.
And just do the activism thing. Wear an afro, put an afro comb in your head top, and keep it pushing,
bro. That's it. Like, let's be honest. And Colin, how about you be a bit more transparent with the people, like the people that are following you?
Talk to them
towards the end game, which is, we got to stop this injustice and all that.
Talk to them.
How about you talk to us, even if it's your own controlled platform, and just give us a little half an hour, 40 minutes, and just be like, hey guys, here's the current situation. Here's what I'm trying to do. Here's what I'm hoping to do in 2020 moving forward. Yeah. I hope you could join me there. You give us nothing. And you just want us to blindly follow you to where you're going. I don't know where you're going, brother.
Into a precipice. Hey, right. Trimmer,
yes,
are you a 1 minute man?
It depends on what we're talking about.
It's a yes or no answer.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I could do it however I like.
So he's obviously talking about sex now.
I can talk about anything. And like I said, it depends on what we're talking about.
Are you a 1 minute man?
I'm a 1 minute man. In what context?
When I'm talking about busting a nut.
When I'm talking, if I touch myself, it can go really fast. If I touch myself, it can go really fast.
So
because you will never find.
Are you a 1 minute man?
No.
I base myself off of that.
Really?
I'm fucking proud of that shit.
Why?
I bust a nut.
Elaborate.
I keep it moving. I fucking love it. I haven't got time to fuck. I haven't got to listen to me.
What?
See me, listen to me.
He's a fucking idiot.
You see this juicing, you see this putting your back into it for hours on end and putting foot punch shoulder and back shot in and all sorts of stuff. That's very long.
You know what? Yeah,
That's very long.
I think he's lost the plot.
epitomize a one night stand, bro. I don't like people like you.
I ain't
bro.
got time.
I don't like people like you.
Bro, I ain't got time. That, like, it used to be a thing where I used to think to myself, you know what, yeah, when I link this thing, I got to do that to her. I got to do this. And bruv, I just want to put my wood in, juice off and go to my bed.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's life. That's the bruv. Do you know
Bruv,
what?
you're messing up the game.
Man said that's twice.
Yeah.
I say that's that.
We're gathered here today. Bruv, nah, man.
I can't
need to
believe you
stop.
said
I'm
that,
I'm
bruv.
glad
There's
you're
a porn,
happily
bruv.
married.
There's a
Don't
porn.
you like- you don't like tearing?
So this porn star was online and she was.
What's her name?
I can't remember her name. Stevens or something.
Okay. Sure.
Fat ass thing.
Is it?
Oh mate, and she always sticks it out.
Black.
She got
like
she got
American
short hair.
white thing.
She got short hair.
No, long hair.
Okay.
She was like, I like when men juice off real quick.
Yeah, because that's
She's
for her
a porn
ego,
star.
isn't it?
Yeah, but what do you mean for your ego? What
That's
you
for
talking
her ego. She feels good because a man could not keep his scruples.
Stay.
He's a boy.
No, what she said. No,
When
what
you
she
die-
said.
when
No,
you
what
die
she
early-
said. She says she likes when a man busted their nut because she feels good about her tuntun.
what I said.
If she's beating, if a man's beating for ages, like that might not be good.
Bro, but there's no science behind that. She's a porn star. Yeah. She's doing these long hour shoots or whatever.
Yeah,
These
so
hour
she
long
probably
shoots, sorry.
saw.
She's happy for a guy to go, whoop, ooh, guess who's coming? Bam, done.
Yeah, but the guys don't on the porn don't. They don't.
Them
go
man are
whoop.
taking shit to make them
They beat
can't.
for a while.
right. So
Or
she's
they
happy
tie
to
their
get,
wood.
Yeah.
But she's
They-
talking about
they
her
get-
She was talking about her personal
Our
life.
personal
Right.
life. She wants a man to come bust.
She likes when a man juices
Right.
off.
Yeah,
Because
but what probably I reckon is she couldn't give a fuck because that's what she does. Her job is fucking.
Bruv, she gives a
So
fuck.
listen to this. Hold on a minute. So listen to this. You're a porn star.
Andre
and
Driller.
yeah, whatever. And you come home. You've been beating all day. You telling me when you come back to your man,
You wanna beat
you
all night.
beat, you want to get tucked in again,
Yeah,
or do
she
you
would
just
say
want to?
that.
Or imagine like driving the buses or whatever. You want to drive around all day after you've been doing
No,
how
I
many?
like. Yeah, no, I like.
You just
driving.
want to go. You just want to go to Lidl and come
No,
back.
but what she was saying, she finds it more not appealing. The words she used was like she appreciates somebody who.
A sensitive cock.
Yeah.
She appreciates man with a soft wood. You know the
Like he's pre-cummed already, you know? He's pre-cummed already.
bogey almost came out.
Yeah.
Now she appreciates a man that just wants to juice off, and I'm a man that likes to juice off. And when she said it to me, it resonated with me
Of course
really
it
well.
would.
Bruv.
Bruv, you're at 60 seconds, motherfucker.
I resonate because
Bruv, you got a quick 60 seconds.
because
Oh,
remember
shit.
that Missy
I
Elliott tune
think
come out and
1 minute
then
man.
man were like, oh, you're a 1 minute man. Like anybody call me that now, I tell them, yeah.
Yeah, but you're good. You're settled. You're good. You know nothing or whatever. But really and truly,
Hey.
I got more pride than that.
Yeah, sorry, bro.
I like.
I'm sorry. Bro, it's done before it even starts with you, bro.
Yeah.
Now I juice off.
I
So
don't
hold
get
on
that,
a
bro.
minute.
Do you know
So
what it is?
and I don't
Do you know
even
what
mean to
happened?
get
Do you know what it is?
intrusive.
But do you know what it
but
is?
What? So who's
It's a-
busting
do
with
know-
you?
Do you know it's a position?
Bruv, who's busting with
It's
you?
a position, right, that I get into. Like, you know them ones there, like, when you, like, I can beat.
He's still got the remote in his
Think
hand.
about it. I can beat, bruv. I'll beat you, bruv. I'll beat
Pause.
you.
No. No, I'll decline that offer. Thank you very much. Moving on swiftly. Hello. What?
Fucking amazing what you just
Unbelievable, bro.
Man said he would beat, man.
Yeah. What? Man,
I
I would
could-
take your name. Man, it's just like, I'll beat you. What the fuck?
And if I was that way inclined, I'd be pissed off because man would be coming in 60 seconds.
Bruv.
If you're gonna beat, at least beat properly.
Bruv,
You come with some.
I'm not talking about Nicolas Cage.
bruv.
But listen,
Popcorn in a microwave take longer than
I
this
can
guy beats,
no. I can beat, but what tends to happen for me is I like just like, you know, when you just after the club or after you've linked it and you just got and you're juiced up, you've got the juice on. You get into position that you want to bust in. You get into that position. I get into. What's your position?
First of all, have you ever been risky and tried to go like a minute and 1 second or something?
What's your
9 seconds? Or...
What's your favourite position?
Well, I don't have a favorite. I have different.
I'm not asking you.
I think
sake,
what's the opposite of the reverse cowgirl?
Cowgirl.
I'll run with that.
Did you just say that?
I'll run with that.
What's your favourite position?
Well, I've got loads. It just
Oh, here
depends
we go.
on.
No,
what
what's your
month it is.
juice
Come
position?
on. Just
Oh,
give us one.
juice.
Just
What's
give
the
us
one that when you know I get into this position and I juice?
It depends on the specimen.
Oh, here
Bro,
we
I hate this. Bro,
I'm
open
sorry.
up, man. Just depends,
No,
guy.
no, because some girls they
Pause.
move different.
yeah.
Some girls move different.
Open up. Relax.
Yeah. That's intrusive, bro. Man's trying to talk about man's underground.
Bro, he was vicious with that
Sorry.
as well,
Jump
bro.
on the
Sorry,
platform.
can you give us more insight into your life, please? That's what I meant to say. Sorry.
Do you like doggy or doggy? Do you juice off on the doggy?
Oh, for the juice.
For the juice.
Oh, for the juice, for the where? Doggy's good. Reverse. The reverse thing is good. You just push it like that, and then they come back automatically, and it's like a boomerang.
Mine is a spoon.
Spoon.
If I get into a position,
What about the
if
one?
I get into a position of spooning and the thing's got her bottom up
Yeah.
against me,
Yeah.
and I'm behind her like that,
Yeah.
and I'll edge my
And you
wood,
curve up,
bro. That, yeah,
It's called
that,
Pandakana.
bro.
60 seconds of frosting.
Bro,
It's
60 seconds of death.
Bruv, I like this one. You know
Bro,
this
I
one?
go in for 60
G,
seconds.
Ain't nothing down in 60
You're gonna
seconds,
get all of it for 60
Chico,
seconds.
do you know this one? G, do you know
You
this
better
one?
take it.
Oi, Hytes. Hytes, do you know this one? You know when they're in the L? You know like they're in the L
When
for
they're
the spoon?
taking an L.
Yeah, when they're and you're there, but you're upright, but they're like that.
Yeah.
And you fit like fucking stickle bricks.
Ooh, that's
And
a-
you do that
that's
one.
a
That one
stickle bricks.
and you can grab an arm
Yeah.
and a thigh.
Yeah,
And you
that's-
just
that's
pull them
good.
in.
You know what I like to do? You know what I like to do?
Wicked.
But this all
Lift the
depends-
cheek.
This all depends on
Oh,
what
so what you like?
flexibility is like.
Talk to me, bro.
No, we're still waiting on him to name his position.
Yeah,
bro.
he ain't named it.
I don't know
yet.
what the fuck it's called, but it's great.
It sounds
Them man there.
stickle bricks.
Stickle. The stickle back. I like the stickle back.
Bro.
The trim stickle backer. The stickle backer bicker.
Depending on their flexibility.
Ah.
And they're on their back. I like to get their legs and
Yeah.
try and push it as far behind the head as possible.
Fucking hell, you're one of
and
those.
then lay down.
Yeah.
Gymnast thing.
With
Well,
all
it
six
takes more than 60
6'5".
seconds, so it's worthwhile. You wouldn't, don't try it because you're only 60 seconds.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But that's a wave. Trust me. And they'll look at you like you flipping demon. And I'll look at them like,
Have you had a chick look at you when you're beating them like you're a foreigner? Have you looked
Brexit.
bruv, this is the look.
Like you're fucking
Yeah.
from a different
Like this.
fucking
like,
planet,
who's
bro.
this? Taking my soul. Yeah.
I don't remember you. Who are you?
No. Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
What?
Listen, sometimes you have to make them feel like you're gonna have a bath in holy water afterwards. You have to put. This is why I don't respect this 60-second rule. You have to put in a shift. Do you know what I'm saying?
Fuck a shift, bruv. I ain't got time for shifts, bruv. I've got
That's a
shit
bad
to do,
thing, bruv.
bruv. I've got shit to do.
Like what?
Sleep.
Toast and cheese.
Yeah.
Editing this
toast.
Bumper Clock podcast.
Okay.
Driving to work. Driving
But
at
do
work.
you? But okay, fuck all that. But do you prefer sex to the things that you're busy doing? Which one do you prefer?
Oh, I love sex.
Okay, we'll have sex then for longer.
Please.
Shut up.
Hey, what is that, bro? I
Someone.
don't want to. I don't
You
want to.
don't want. So, bro, all right. So this is. I don't want to be intrusive and all that. But what about? Let's just get to the boss.
It's all right, man. I just do what I want to do. Like this is a man's world.
Is that what marriage life is like, bro?
This is a man's world, bro.
You're making me
It's
scared
a
of the marriage
man's
life, bro.
This is a
world.
man's world.
Bruv, you can't make popcorn in a microwave in that amount of time, bro.
No, but bro,
you're
don't.
busting before the popcorn.
Yeah, but there's all sorts of.
She does that.
There's
Oh,
foreplay
geez,
and all
good
that. There's foreplay.
night.
There's feeding up, bro. There's feeding up titty. There's rubbing. There's licking. There's all sorts of stuff. But as soon as if I get into my spooning position,
She knows.
it's all peak. I will beat.
We
if,
will
like,
be
if it's
sleeping
other
in 3
positions,
minutes.
I will beat. Man
Okay.
will beat, but if this
It's
is
a
what
fucking
it's my
joke,
position. It's my go-to. That's my go-to. Like Listen to me.
I'd move. If I was there, I'd move.
Listen. If you was with me and you don't and you know my moves,
Spoon move.
shout out to my ex. She really. If you know what the coup is, yeah. If you get me in that spooning position, it's over.
Okay. So I'm assuming. I'm assuming.
Man said,
I'm assuming in front of the jury. Yeah. I'd like to press on in my question. So I'm assuming if you just do a 60-second lap, you do like 4 or 5 laps. Right?
Yeah, man, I'll come back. Because I can drink a juice, have something to eat, and I'm
gay,
back
he
on
said
it
he
again.
So your recovery game. Yeah. So your recovery game.
Oh, it's on point.
It's like 30 seconds. Then. If you only take it 60.
No, my recovery game is 15. About 5-10 minutes.
Is it?
For one
If I bust a nut and then I gotta go and I can't just go back in. I gotta rejuvenate, have a little bit of water.
But why don't
have
you
a
take
little
3 minutes?
Dude,
to recover
who's
and
got
then
this one? Who's got this one? When you can ejaculate, but not bust. Does that make sense?
I've never heard.
Have you ever, like you're beating, sperm comes out your wood, but you didn't, you get, because listen to this, when you fuck, yeah, I don't listen to me. So when you fuck, when you're grinding, yeah, and you know the silvery moments, yeah, when that's coming, and you can slow it down, and you just take your time, and bust comes out, but you ain't gone past the point of no return.
Oh,
do you know that point?
Orgasms.
Orgasm. So you come, but you didn't orgasm.
I ain't got that kind of control.
I love that.
I
can do that. Come on, bro.
I juice off.
Guys, man, come on. Really?
I've had a wank, and when I'm wanking off, I've gone, no, I don't want to wank yet.
And then
a little
out.
bit of juice comes out.
The juice comes out.
And then you go, yo, we got, she has a cremate. She ain't put the oil in the booty yet.
So you're saying every time you go to beat, you go through the cum zone.
But this man fucking...
No.
This bread beats for 3 listening and then fucking...
Listening to
Soca 2090.
That's not enjoyable. Sex for 3 hours.
What's wrong?
That's not enjoyable.
How long do you have sex for?
On average? You know, mate. On average, I don't know.
Trim is the man that asks a question with a question.
I think too much.
Man said, on average?
Could you repeat the question, please, Your Honor?
I think too much.
On average?
Between half an hour and an hour.
Yeah.
Half an hour and an hour.
Yeah, that's cool, bro. That's good.
I don't feel no way to say that now. But
good.
Before, you know, like when you was real young, you could tuck for fucking... I didn't even know. The amount of times I used to turn the tape over. You know when you didn't have continuous play. The amount of times I had to do that, press eject, spin the tape over, close it, and press play, and keep boom, boom. Boom, boom.
All right, let me hit you with a curveball.
What?
Have you
and
ever,
the tape was 1 minute.
Have you ever been
pause? Actually,
what?
Man with a curveball. That's a pause.
Is it?
Yeah, but you're not hitting me with you're not killing me with none of your curveballs.
All right, why don't you go to the back while you're kneeling? Anyway. So right. So let me.
Bitch.
So what about this one? Have you ever been having sex, right?
Yeah.
And you just you and the CEO of the woodwork shop are just not corresponding.
Yeah.
So you're like putting in a shift.
Yeah.
And then you're thinking to yourself, right, I've been going for a minute. I'll be going for not a minute as in your 60 seconds. But like I've been going for a hot minute here.
Secrets.
And I haven't bust. And then like she's like you can feel like you're holding her, you can feel like she's like trembling, right? And you're still going, you're like, all right, so she's come. Okay, superhero status now. So I can come any minute now.
Yeah.
But you're still going. Yeah. And then at one point you're like, fuck, what's going on? Can I just not bust already, please? Yeah. And you're still going.
That happens when if I'm super drunk, that happens.
Okay, so it's not just like
if I'm super, that's when I'm super drunk. Have you ever lied?
That you've bust?
Have you ever lied to a chick have you lied to your brethren that you don't lick pumps?
No.
I'm not talking about now, nigga. I'm talking about when licking pumps wasn't the thing.
Bro, I did it once to my ex years ago, and she said to me she doesn't like it, and I made the sign across like "Amen" because I felt under pressure. Like in your
And isn't it true that back in the day, girls weren't on this grooming thing?
Oh, bruv, what do you mean?
Back in the day,
what, licking
used
pumps?
to
The Garden of
no.
Eden
A
grooming.
lot of girls used to have some mad bush.
Yeah.
I didn't know, and I'm like, why is it?
Bush
Why
was
is
in
it?
at the in the 80s, Bush was in.
Yeah, but bruv, you was not
And I'm
having
looking
sex
like
in the 80s.
Looking like Kaepernick's head top.
and in the 80s and the 90s.
Looking like Floella Benjamin.
Bush
Come
is
on,
Bush
bro.
is like no one had the
Yo,
what do you call it?
Sorry, what?
The land, the strip land.
The
land
strip.
strip.
Oh,
Yeah,
the-
no
No
one
one had a kafu.
Yo.
No one had a kafu.
No one had that, so it's like it was a bush city.
But why do you think that was though?
Man
Why
used
do you
to, bro,
think it was-
because man used to listen to too much Bashman.
That's true.
Man used to do a bunch of bag of Bashman
Yeah,
and
Biggie Man
swore
was
that
not
you
on
would
that, man.
definitely die
Yeah.
if you did lick pumps.
Yeah.
But I got. Would you remember the first time you licked pump?
Oh, the way you said that, it's like okay.
Do you remember the first time you licked a pump?
Yeah, it was my ex, and she didn't like it. She was like, "Oh no, I'm not into that." I said, "Great." I didn't tell her that great. In my head, I was like, "Okay, cool." But I was in a relationship. I thought that's the least I could do.
Man went.
Do you know what I mean? If you're in a relationship with your girl's meant to get. When it comes to sex, she's meant to get things above and beyond what you was given just random like one night stand days.
You should not.
You see
You
what I'm
should
saying?
not.
You should not be putting your mouth in no soup new. No new.
One
no,
night stand.
that's what
you
I'm
should
saying.
Not,
No
but man
copper
will,
soup. New fresh
man will
nani soup.
swear down. Man will back and one night stands pumps.
Who?
I'm not. I don't know.
The fuck?
What?
That's
sounded-
That's like confession.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
No, but that, bruv.
Sound like he was owning that,
For
bro.
me, like no, for me, like
Okay.
there's levels to this shit. You
But
know
that's
what I
what
mean?
I'm saying. Like, if you only, for example, if you only do foreplay with a one night stand, right? But then you get into a full blown relationship with your girl's meant to get the whole shebang. You can't be just foreplay. Your girl gets foreplay everything. But if it's a one night stand, just get. So I'm just saying the levels went up. So when I did it, and she was like, "Oh, that's not really her thing." It was like, "All right, cool." I did it because I assume we're in a relationship now. I need to go.
Did you
one
love
step
her?
further? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
The man that
He
asked
did it
if
'cause he
the
loved
man
her.
that asked if he loved her.
I know.
Yeah, but
the book
that
is on
might have
pages.
been the reason why you did it, because you loved her and you wanted
Well,
to
yeah,
make her
I just
feel
felt
special.
like it's me and you, so yeah, this is the least I could do. Even though the music I was listening to on my radio, I was like, "Oh no, man, not them take that, bun them take that,
Bro, bun
bun
that.
that,
Man was
man,
on
not a bowl cat and them take that." Remember? But
Why do they have so many different flavors or different smells?
Yeah, because some of them don't wash their pump out.
personal
not true.
hygiene, bro.
I think it's to do with diet.
I think it's to do with flannel.
Possibly.
I think it's to do with flannel.
Some girls will wash their kunkanani all
Bruv,
day, every day.
Some girl, bruv, I had an experience where I drew a thing. She was bath, drew her to my yard. I was about to whop her, and then Nani smelled
Where
so
did you
bad.
draw from?
From I can't remember where it was. Like I was in Harrow,
Okay,
and I was at a bar. My brother teacher used to play at a bar.
what was it? Fish and chip Friday.
And you know them gal there that you think, you know them gal, you
Chris gal with
you
the
draw
stink
them,
nani.
and because they dance really good and they're
yeah, but
suggestive.
really it's bare friction
and
under
then
there,
and
making
then when
that
you get,
underneath
I
pink.
got her back, and I thought this thing is gonna definitely give me the dagger.
Yeah. And then nani smell.
I was
gave me the-
I was laying on top of her.
me the
I
salt
draw
fish
down her
still.
baggie, bruv.
Baggy in it.
The smell that came out of her baggie
Pungent.
smashed the whole room. I was like, I said
Then you
to
have no neutral though.
bruv, I like because sometimes you can beat a thing and there's a little scent. There's a little scent, yeah, and you can get through it.
Oh, that's your nani.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's your
okay.
nani. This
okay.
I couldn't get through. I was like, no, this is bad.
Did it smell like copy deck?
It smelled fuckery, bro. Bruv, it was bad, bruv. I pulled up my pants and I said to her, babe,
Did your wood go soft?
I couldn't beat, bruv. I gave her a tenner. I said, cut, bruv.
What was the
your
tenner
service.
for?
I gave,
What was the
bruv,
tenner for?
because you know what it was. You know, sometimes like you beat a thing, she jams in your yard. You
Yeah,
can,
it stays around a little.
yeah. This one I had to get out. So I was like, look, take this. This is cab. Bounce.
Have you ever had a thing like you might be talking to a girl and or before you start dating or whatever, you might be you rapping on the phone or whatever, and Like, oh yeah, bear man talk about, I got a nice tits and I got this and whatever. And then when you link them, their nipple game is fucked. And they don't got nice titties. And you look and you're like, why does your nipples look like halloumi chips? Why does your nipples look like halloumi fries? Why are they long? Why do they swing?
I said,
do you like
halloumi
fries?
Nah.
Have you seen them in Nando's?
Nah.
Have you seen them?
Can I just say to the listeners we've just lost, thanks for being on the ride up until this episode. Thank you. We appreciate you riding until episode 5.
Yeah, no.
Raw, man said like halloumi fries.
Yeah, it's real.
Halloumi fries, horrible nipples.
Horrible.
They're crisp, but underneath the bra, when the bra disappears,
peak.
It's
but
like,
you know
how
that's
can
a
the
worrying
breast-
sign that you're so concerned with how you look on the outside that you're not taking care of the stuff that people can't see. Do you know what I mean? Because that's a game changer. If I pull down your panties
and your bum
and you got some sexy panties, I'm like, oh, they're matching, yeah? With your bra, and then I get
that waff.
That higher smell,
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, you know what?
that
Basically,
don't
the
work,
way
man.
my body's set up,
Ah,
I can't engage in this activity right now.
I
The
agree.
Lord needs me for something else.
but
Listen, I gotta play this for you lot, man.
For you lot,
Yeah, but I gotta play this for you lot.
yeah?
Chicks tape.
slow down.
5.
Oh, okay. I was like, I was playing T-Pain.
Yeah, he flipped it.
Just break
This
up.
is how you're meant to flip.
Yeah,
flip
yeah,
a tune.
no, raw, like shocking.
Check it. My favorite tune on this chicks tape thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
It's a couple, you know.
Couple joints.
It's a good complete album, but there's a couple standouts on
I'm
there,
gonna listen
man.
to it tonight.
Yeah, it's hard. Pause.
Take You Down with Chris Brown and Sick.
Intermission period. This is Fast Food Podcast. I'm with the man them
T-Pizzle.
chopping it up, man. Yo,
That went,
Trimmer's giving me
we
joke.
went down a rabbit hole there, boy.
Trimmer's giving me joke. Drizzy, oh mate.
We went down a rabbit hole there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
man. I was saying sometimes I can't, bro. It's got too serious sometimes, man.
True.
You know what I mean? Bro, the T-Pain, the original T-Pain tune, this
that's
tune
a-
was such a banger.
This is a Stone Cold classic.
Supposedly,
Yeah.
Emery's been sacked.
I'm sprung.
You going to Twitter?
Check
Of course.
it.
Oh. Yo, make it clap, yo. I don't see. I'm scrolling too far down.
I don't see nothing yet.
that, yeah, man. Oh snap! I think. Oh boy, Olympiacos 2, Spurs 0.
Man City still 0-0. Man City Shakhtar the next.
Shakhtar the next.
Shakhtar the next.
No, it's not even nice. Why that thing's ringing? Anyway,
Yeah.
have you? Are you registered to vote?
You know what? Yeah, I am registered to vote, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm torn, bro.
Told them what? Pause.
So Corbyn
Okay.
apparently he's supposed to be anti-Semitic,
Apparently, okay. Yeah.
but then I'm reading up on some stuff about him where they've said he's actually a Zionist, and he's not anti-Semitic when it comes to the whole Jewish
Right,
thing.
okay.
He's anti-Semitic. He's got a problem with the whole Palestine and Israel thing,
Okay. Right.
and that's
The angle that, yeah. Right.
that's where it's all coming from. But then if you check it, Boris Johnson has outwardly said that black people eat watermelon
yeah.
and
And women with, is it burkas?
burkas look
Look
like
like
Where we at?
they're in a post box or something.
voting.
Voting.
Look like, he said some fuckery. Yeah. So it's like, if I'm gonna vote, it's Corbyn.
Okay.
If I'm gonna vote, it's Corbyn. But obviously, my family, my wife and my son are Jewish.
Right. How does your wife feel about the Corbyn?
She's not. My wife is not mad into politics at all, but she's on the fence where,
of course,
she'll do what I do.
Okay.
We don't feel Boris anyway. Boris, right. I think Boris is a pussy-hole, but when it like, the thing with politics for me is it's just such a difficult thing because one, I don't know enough about it.
Mm-hmm, true. So that's I respect you for saying that,
and that's important to say.
Yeah, of course.
Two, when I start to do the digging and researching on what's going on, a lot of things get thrown up, and it's like, see, this is why I don't get into politics, because it actually reminds me that it's all bullshit.
All right, yeah.
That one person promises to do this, that, and that. This whole Brexit thing that's happening ain't come to fruition yet. No one knows what the fuck they're doing. If the government don't know what they're doing, how they expect us to be voting for them? How do you? Same thing that we're talking about the Colin Kaepernick thing.
Yeah. We need transparency.
Like we don't trust you as it is. So we need to know what's going on. So it's very difficult.
But you know what the thing that annoys me the most about all of them.
Yeah.
Is that like when it's coming up to the voting, when they're on their little campaign to get you to vote, they start doing all these things to make them look, oh, look at us, we're just like everyday people.
Yeah.
Oh, look at us. Like I see Boris in the ring boxing. Boris, you don't box, bro. We could tell you don't box.
Dickhead.
Why are you going in the boxing ring to show, oh, hey, I'm like the everyday man. Like you don't box. Like stop. Oh, I'm in the bakery baking stuff. Stop. Like, that's not going to win my vote that you're pretending to be the everyday man. Like, no. I need you to tell me, if you're between this age group and this age group, this is how my manifesto is going to affect you in that age group.
Yeah.
If you're in this age group, this is how it's going to affect you. If you're a person who earns a certain amount of money, this is how this is going to affect you. If you're trying to do this, it's going to affect... Like, I need it in black and white.
Yeah.
I don't need no scare tactics like they do the Brexit where it's like, oh... We spend 350 million a week in the EU, which we could be using to incorporate into the fucking NHS.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna clamp down on immigration. No, don't use some scare tactics, because then there was a certain type of voters that went out and voted based on those two things.
Based on that.
Now, if you said to me, what we're gonna do with immigration is we're gonna have certain thresholds where it's like, okay, what's your reason for coming to the UK? Oh, you wanna enhance in a certain field by going to certain universities to get your degree because you want to get a job here as a neurosurgeon or as a doctor or as whatever, a teacher, whatever. Come in. We need people like you. You just come in here just to take the piss.
Yeah.
That's a different situation.
Yeah.
But still, there needs to be certain thresholds. Okay, you're gonna come in. You don't know what you're gonna do. Are you looking to get a job? Like you just don't want people to take the piss. But don't use a scare tactic like, oh, they can't come here. First of all, you motherfuckers, we don't own this land.
Yeah.
90% of the land in the world was fucking stolen from the people that were there originally. And they got moved out, and now you want to claim the land. You don't own the land, But if you want to have certain thresholds and have certain type of people coming in, cool, who are going to improve the company, the country, cool. But I don't need scare tactics. Just give me black or white situations, and then I can make an executive decision who I want to vote for. But then there's some people in our community that don't vote, but then they're upset with what the settings are, but they're not voting to try and implement some change. Yeah. It's like it's one or the other. If you shut the fuck up or you register and vote towards what you think is the best possible outcome moving forward. But don't sit on your ass moaning
and then not do nothing about it. No, absolutely. You know what I mean? That's what I believe. Like if you're invested in the whole situation with the two parties and you're invested in what you want out of it, then you should go out and vote, and you should do what you need to do and do your due diligence to do the research. Yeah, man. For me, it's like over a period of time where we've had so many different people take over in this country, I've just not seen enough, like not real change. I'm wondering who is going to make the change. And again, Corbyn seems to me like he's been more convincing to me.
Yeah, although it would be nice if one day we saw, like the Americans got to experience, it would be nice if one day we saw someone that looks like Trebler saying, I'm running to be Prime Minister.
Yeah.
And I can look at him and go, Trebler looks like me.
Yeah.
Let me listen to what he's saying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But instead we get people that just like, okay, cool. It's just the norm, innit?
And this is the set, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just all regurgitated promises.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Okay, cool. And I don't understand. It's like, it's weird. Like we just fall for it every time. So it's like, it's a difficult one for me. I'm registered to vote. The reason why I'm on the what do you call it? Electoral? Is that how you call it?
Electoral roll.
Is because for credit reasons. You know that boosts your credit, innit?
Yeah, of course it does.
And that's partly why I'm on it. But I get the voting thing, and me and my wife was discussing it, and I'm like,
imagine if a man proposed, let's do a work week, Monday to Thursday. Then you get Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I love that.
As a weekend. Or you do Tuesday to Friday. And then you get
as long as I get
Saturday,
paid the
Sunday,
same,
Monday.
I couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, but like, do you know what I mean? Because we're out here working to survive. We're not out here working to live.
Yeah.
Like, realistically, you should be working and you should be able to go to a shop or a store or go online and say, I'm booking myself a holiday and not worry about, oh man, how much is that going to set me back for this month, next month, and the month after? You have to spend like 6 months to save up and some shit. You should be able to just live, man.
It's
Do you know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. That's how the system is built for us not to. The system is built for us to fail all the time, unless you're educated or you've got some sort of entrepreneurial skills, then you can fucking miss that shit, innit? Like I was watching something. Did you send it to me, Trim?
What's up, my brother?
About the guy who said that education is going to be like basically school and university and getting a degree is going to be a thing of the past.
Oh no, it's outdated. You mean?
It's outdated.
It is, but yeah, my boy Gary V.
Oh yeah,
He explains that, and he and I think to a certain extent, I think he's definitely hit the nail on the head, because everything that you can learn in university is accessible on the internet.
But what they don't teach us in school growing up, which is what that Gary V guy was alluding to, was like, when we're growing up, when we're in school, they don't say to us, hey, you're probably going to earn money one day. You should learn how to save. And you should break it down into, like, you know, the same pie charts they used to show us in school. You should break that down and go
good shout.
Financial
Good shout.
education. Learning basic skills, like basic skill set. I know some motherfuckers that don't know domestic shit.
Yeah,
like basic stuff that you have to imply in life, innit? Basically, that's what I'm saying.
Well, it's just where it used to be get a degree and study and that.
Yeah.
Now with the internet and with entrepreneurship and way that people are thinking now, you can build your own company and you can start your own shit, which is important. So, you know, I think more so that's the road that we're gonna go down.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's been a good show. Yeah. It's been a good show, people.
It's a good thing we lasted longer than a minute.
I've had fun today. Shout out to everybody who actually subscribes to the show. Don't forget we're on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Podbeam. We put our visuals up on YouTube every fortnight as well.
Shout out to my brother Martin. Shout out to Martin McTrice.
Yeah, shout out to the fam, the kids and all that. You get what I'm saying, fam? Everybody knows who's important to me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
but it's not giving them roses while they can still smell them, man.
My family, man. That's
blessings.
Simple.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Trebler.
If you love me, I love you.
Shout out to everybody locked in. Yeah, we're good. This is a fast food podcast. We'll see you in a fortnight. It's Morgan Hytes, Trimmer, Drizzy Freckles.
Man. Peace, man.
Peace.
Love and pum pum.
Pum pum and love.